Oh, it's a Tuesday. Ah, normally streaming on Tuesday. But as work is done for now, dedicate a bit more time to this. Yeah. Ah! Right, so who's this fellow? Who's this fellow? I don't think I was actually going to stream this afternoon. There was an opportunity this afternoon to stream and record a certain conversation I had with police chiefs and such. So all in character of, this is actually Norman, my EMS character. Looks a little different. But this is Norman. He wears a bowler hat. Got a compliment about his bowler hat. But we won't talk about the bowler hat. It's a sore point. But what I did with the I can't even remember if I streamed one of the things that happened preceding this. So to add a little bit of context, about a week ago, and even before that, Norman was finding out details about what he'd missed. Norman had missed lots of things to do with his friends, where they were put in danger, either out of negligence or just it worked out that way. But he was finding it out, or finding it all out through a third party, which was a struggle. So first of all, he found out that one of his close friends, April, in the EMS department, had been either abducted or been murdered, or all people who would tell Norman was she was living down in caves. Very odd. So he went off to find her, found some really disturbing details that included some blood, remnants of people sleeping, lots of food. So Norman and a member of the police department called Cradduck went down to investigate and found they were being watched by someone or something. And then they left. We heard no more about it. And then in what I don't think I streamed, we had a party that was raising money. No, it wasn't a party that was raising money. That was the party afterwards. It was a party where the EMS just got taken out to a local club. And certain things happened at that party where Norman got into a confrontation with his boss. Boss was blind drunk, by the way. The boss, either in his demon form or in his human form, had actually instigated some of the harm on his friends, his colleagues. So he wasn't best pleased. But certain action, he did obviously do some passive aggressive actions in the on the day of blocking him in the car park with his ambulance. Thought that would be funny. I got a doggy friend. Aw. And he thought he'd kind of leave it as that, as just being a You know, oh, ha, ha, I blocked you in the car park kind of thing. You can't get your car out unless you actually speak to me. So it was all going so well. My covert tactics of not. I mean, it's pretty obvious who was driving the ambulance, but it actually turned out that someone accidentally was speaking louder than they thought they were, and blurted it out to everyone that was within earshot that it was me that did it. Boss then came out and started battering the ambulance. Norman, as he's kind of one for procedure and everything, he was like, well, you're the boss and everything, but maybe you shouldn't be battering. That's company property. Pulled out his taser, asked him again, said, should be doing that. And his boss came for Norman with a baseball bat, so Norman shot him with a taser. I thought that was a pretty reasonable response, to be perfectly honest. It then escalated a little bit. Norman then got into a little minor fist fight with him. I think my exact words were, do you want to go? It's just being a belligerent drunken person at a party. Got a few punches in before his girlfriend and police chief off duty handcuffed me, took me to one side. So took me to one side. I was under the impression that I was actually being arrested for my actions, but the other guy was actually roaming free. A little bit of favoritism. Am I going to be able to run up this? So then, obviously the police got called and people got chatted to. I got handcuffed, put in the back of the police car, and then suddenly I got unhandcuffed and taken out of the police car and told, "Now go." I believe that amount of closure. Now I was kind of umming and ahhing. This was actually probably was on stream the last time. I remember having a bit of a chat. Because I was in two minds about what it would feel like to be be arrested for what was a half and half kind of self-defense, half kind of getting one over on someone that had caused a lot of pain and anguish for friends of his. So I don't think sticking up for your friends was too much of a bad thing. Actually afraid to go across country. There might be cougars. So I didn't think that was a bad thing. And but it just seemed a bit strange. I know it was kind of coming to the end of the party and everything, but this thing kicked off. And then suddenly the party kind of fizzled out. Everybody was gathered outside to see what was going on as the drama was happening. But at no point anyone came up to Norman and said, "Are you okay?" At no point did anyone come up to Norman and say, "Is there anything I can do to help?" And I kind of wondered whether it was actually right to kind of feel a bit miffed. That everyone kind of just left the party. Whether they were told to by police or not, I don't know. Like, please disperse and all that, but it was just like, and that was it. There was no closure to it. So it felt a little bit betrayed. Don't mind. So I was kind of ummed and ahed and kind of thought, well, right to feel betrayed about what's happened. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. Maybe I'll try it. Maybe I'll try that kind of effect. No one really knows how I felt, really. I don't really make it. And then I had the bright idea of having Norman making a grand exit. But it's taken so long for me to figure it out, the logistics of it, that don't want to kind of drag up that storyline for everybody else. You know, I had things involving guns and rooftops and I just kind of thought, yeah, I'll just leave it. Don't really want to drag all that up again for people. So I decided to make a dignified exit for now. Norman. I've talked to a to someone else and kind of involved in that's fine. And I said, well, I'm gonna leave some clues around the hospital. Because I'm gonna go quietly, but I wanted to obviously leave notes and passive aggressive things to do with my boss. But I left someone a note on the desk so they could find it, and hope it wasn't too cheesy. It'd be a funky idea to try. I flex my graphic design skills.
Listen, I can't help you anymore, okay? We're over.
Plus, I just wanted to see whether there was any kind of reaction to it. I probably won't know any reaction to it because my character's not going to be around. But I'm going to call my reporter friend in a minute. So have a little chat, have a little bit of a decompress. It's going to be very difficult. I have plans to do, because I know this location. It looks quite nice in the sunset. Just don't venture into the forest, because there be cougars. Actually, again, they can. So that's about the size of it, really.
Oh yeah?
I guess we better bite the bullet. I suppose. Part of the world up here. What funky is it? You're normally kind of blasting around these places. You never really kind of take a moment to walk around and take in the atmosphere. Go too far from the dock there. Place to sit. I also have ideas of, there's a couple of other characters I'm thinking about.
Looking forward to some peace and quiet this weekend.
But whether I can kind of flesh them out. I try not to think about them too harshly beforehand, because I get in the part. I get in trouble with if I think too much on what the character is and what they've done. Then it becomes a bit too rigid, and I feel like I can't change it. Become more fluid in my RP. I'm still trying, but it doesn't always work. But so a couple of other characters. I don't think I need to do a bit more preparation for them. I kind of debut the stuff. I kind of like the idea of having it maybe an intro. I'm not gonna. Don't think I'd be doing what other people do with the seasons and stuff like that. I can't be doing with episodes and what have you. My life doesn't work like that. I can't stick to that. There's no point starting it. But yeah, they won't be too wacky, because I don't do wacky. It might actually be a good change of pace from what I've done in my first two. Norman, the sensible one. Working for the EMS. I never planned to work for the EMS. And then you got Herman, the quiet one, who I suppose is a bit of a, I wouldn't call him a bad boy. A bit naive, a bit nervous, a bit anxious. Been interesting to play someone like that. So, I tended to feel anxious just by playing them. Just kind of feel like you're short of breath. But I've got plans for Herman. Something to do over Christmas period. Whether they bring snow to the map, I don't know. But we'll see. Now is April's on. Oh dear. What's I looking for? Yeah. Maybe I haven't actually got their contact details. Damn it, that means I have to phone them. I don't like making phone calls. It's exactly like real life. I hate making phone calls. I don't think Norman can face April. Writing that letter. If I can actually. No, I won't be able to show you the letter. Possibly bring it up. I try it. Kind of experimenting with with kind of some background stuff that doesn't appear in game, and I wondered what that would be like to do. Might be possible. I'll leave that there for now, just in case I want to do it at later time. Right, let's stop me talk. Right, gonna have a bit of a decompress with Logan. Now, Logan at the party, he was one of the people that was injured during the events of the past weeks to do with vampires and demons or whatever. She was actually a sacrificial lamb. She was shot. Didn't die. She was shot. Now, out of character, she was shot because she was used as a so I think the boss, demon boss, take card if you will, was using many members of the EMS and city who were kind of controlled such. He used Logan as a question of loyalty. Are you loyal to me? Do you believe? Do you believe that I won't shoot somebody like that? And did, and they left Logan for dead. So, and at that party, Logan had a bit of a fist fight with Dr. Takart. So that kind of happened at the start of the party. Kind of console them. Pretty upset. Brought it all back by seeing the person hit. Managed to calm down and have a little bit of a chat.
Howdy, Logan speaking. How can I help you?
Hey Logan, it's Norman.
Oh, howdy, Norman. How you doing?
I'm not too bad. Are you busy at all?
No, not busy at all.
Keeping well?
I have been. How have you been?
Oh, I've been a bit up and down. I'll tell you more
yes.
when you. Are you able to meet up someplace?
I can. Yeah. Where would you like to meet?
I'm actually up north at the moment. Get a postcode.
Okay.
1055.
All right. Well, I'll make my way up there to see ya.
Okay. I'll see you soon.
All right. I'll see you then. Bye-bye.
Yeah. Right, so that's one and a half parts over and done with. It's pretty there's no kind of cafes up here. There is a car park over there. Over yonder. It's taking them a while to actually get up here. I just hope I've timed this right. I wanted to make maybe some video vignettes. think I was like sat up at like 3 or 4 a.m. thinking about these things. Making videos of flashbacks and callbacks and you know, if people that weren't around for a certain thing could probably see motivations of why someone did it, if they could call backs to things. Something that I might want to do, but I just have a feeling that I just can't think fast enough. So by the time that I've thought of a great idea, the people have moved on to something else, you know. Sometimes a bit of a pain, but maybe I'll get faster if I get. Maybe. Standing on a street light. Couple of things to give to Logan as well. But no one never did get around to having his helicopter training. I think part of his exit was going to be to do with helicopters. I don't want to kind of divulge what I had in case it comes up at a later date. But it involved helicopters. It did involve a gun as well, but which I think would have maybe come as a shock for a lot of people. I've been playing this character very kind of down the line, very I suppose the word deadpan. So that if there was anything dramatic, it would seem very sudden and out of character. People are shocked, you know. That. So it's kind of the same as Herman would, you know, Herman would say boo to a goose, but yeah, certain flashpoints. Where if you know he feels backed into the corner, he's going to lash out, kind of thing. So, but I think the other ideas I've had are maybe a bit light-hearted. I kind of don't want to put too much effort in, because they might not gain traction. Plus I might get bored of them very quickly. Don't know. But I've in computery terms and streaming terms, I've made some investments. Amazon deliveries coming in the next week or so. And impulse buying, I think, is my weakness. Don't really need these things. Spend the next week laid up in bed for the amount of effort it's going to take to rearrange furniture and stuff like that. Not looking forward to that bit. But I'm hopefully buying some stuff, which means it's gonna have my mic mounted properly. And at the moment, it's not ideal. sure how to get down to the beach. Yeah, that's where the conversation is probably going to take place. But Norman and Logan haven't seen each other since the party. Basically, Norman went MIA after that. He'd already had his uncomfortable conversation with the police chief, where he just divulged everything that went on. Just laid out on the table what happened that night. She was present for half of it, so I just kind of filled them in for the rest of it. Needed to get it off his chest, so he could kind of have a clean conscience walking away, I suppose. That's what I kind of thought anyway. A lot of 4x4s up this way, isn't there? I was also going to try maybe doing some streams, which I think I could do 60 FPS. I actually did forget that Logan doesn't have my number, so then if they didn't hear me properly and they go to the wrong postcode, I should have said by Blaine County Savings Bank.
Can't wait to see the Squeezers play. Gonna be a good
That's
game for sure.
Hindsight's all 20/20, isn't it? I'm kind of unsure what they would be driving. Maybe they'd be in a taxi. Now, if I can time it right, I'm probably gonna try and take a few pictures once Norman does his goodbyes. I was kind of wondering whether not making a fuss. That's probably not his style. He's very deadpan and didn't really get to know anyone. That's partially due to my limited RP skills. Obviously a couple. But I might as well have chosen at random, really. Just said, right, I'm just going to form a friendship with them. Maybe it's the people I've just talked to the most. Funny thing about this city, you can kind of I don't think there's such a throughput of characters. I don't think there's any real point where someone can say, oh, we haven't seen so and so for a while, I wonder where they are. And even if you did, that'll be them. Oh, there.
You're looking very different today.
Yeah.
It's not nice. It's not.
Been doing a lot of thinking over the past week.
Right.
Did wonder whether you could actually park your car over the road. there's a car park over there, just in case. Oh, sun's coming up. Look at it going. Mean the car park in that direction, but I don't want
the
you
road
to
is quite
be
big.
stranded, that's all.
Oh,
I was wanted to take a stroll down to the beach if you're up for it.
oh yes, we could do that.
Don't know a way down from here. Yeah, across the grass, I don't know.
There is a cliff face. I don't know if we can walk down the.
But I've been spending a lot of time up here. It's peaceful.
Yes, it's quite hot up here. So how you feeling, Norman?
Oh, it's been a very confusing time, to be honest.
Oh yes.
Oh, we can get down here, I think.
Anything particular?
It was all kind of based around the part of the wall. I don't think we can get down there.
Yes.
Maybe further along. There might be a path down near the.
There
harbour.
is.
But how are you? Obviously, the last time I saw you was at the party as well. So.
Oh, I'm doing a lot better, thank you. Actually, Aran and I are now engaged to be wed.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Excellent. So have you set a date or?
Not so much because we are close to Christmas and people go away for Christmas.
That is true.
So, quite sure.
Perhaps I was very concerned about your well-being at that party.
I think the path is on the other side. There is a broken path on this side.
Hop over this.
Yeah, the map. Yeah, the GPS took me down that way. Sorry.
Where's the path?
Oh, we have to go to the brown one on the map, and it's quite a bit away. If you drive there.
Look. Oh, I know. Yeah, we're heading in the opposite direction. One up here. That's how I got up here.
Oh, right.
Actually thinking of buying a property up here someday.
Oh, that would be nice.
Makes a change from being in the city.
A lot of people. Yes. Might get a little lonely up here, though.
No, I kind of like it. It's don't know. Party was all very confusing, really.
Oh, yes.
I
Tensions
didn't-
are high.
didn't know whether I was justified in my action or not.
In your action. I heard that you blocked in take Hart's car with an ambulance.
Yeah, I thought that would be a fun little joke.
Yeah.
Obviously, it wasn't seen that way.
Oh.
But I'm sure it would have been fine if someone hadn't shouted that I did it inside the party.
Oh. Talked your way out of that one.
Well, I suppose it was just as well that the doctor decided to vandalise the ambulance, really. Obviously gave me reason to stop him doing that, if you see what I mean.
Right.
I mean, after everything that happened, I wasn't there for it, but I saw the aftermath. I can imagine hitting him in the face was quite cathartic.
I can imagine.
Down here.
Looks like on the GPS it says.
Oops, off. One way to get down. I think I'll just use this path.
We made it.
Yeah, I took the safer route. Yeah, I've been coming down here quite often. The sun sets here, so
Must be quite beautiful down here.
yeah, when it's not misty, of course.
Yes.
So how goes your reporting business? I remember you
Well, it's
talking about a
doing-
newsletter or something.
Yeah, the second edition newsletter is almost out. It's the foodie edition, so just talking to some restaurants and other places like that. I have like a photography spread where I've posted pictures from past events, and hopefully Herman. I don't know if you met Herman, but a budding photographer. Hopefully, I'll be able to get his photos in the newsletter, or maybe in the next one.
Oh, that sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't really say I'm much of a photographer myself.
Definitely need the eye for it.
Yeah. I just mainly take pictures of trees and ground.
You're a nature photographer. Oh yeah.
Well, not intentionally, no. Been living in that house over there.
Oh, it's like the series of unfortunate events house.
Doesn't look too
Okay.
stable though, that's the thing.
No.
Now, dare I ask, has anyone actually talked about the events of the party?
I think it's a sore subject. Not many people really like chatting about that night. You know, I personally try to stay clear because that wasn't my finest hour.
I don't know if I was rightly a bit annoyed. You know, I was never arrested. I've smoothed it out with the chief.
Yeah.
Told them exactly what
Seems
happened.
like it might have been just a bit of a misunderstanding if nothing really happened from it.
Yeah, the detective and the other officer that pretty much in agreement with me, saying, see, she didn't act, you know, in the department's best interest, but she could understand how tempers were a bit flared, if you.
Yes. Oh. Wow, that looks spooky.
Ship.
Indeed. How you holding up? Are you fine?
Well, I think that's why I've been spending most of my time up here. I've been thinking a lot about life choices and where I want to go in general. To be honest, I felt a little bit let down.
Oh.
Kind of expected that someone would check how I was after I was nearly arrested, but no one did.
Yeah.
I didn't know what to think, really.
Have you tried talking to them about it?
Really my style. I don't want to bring that up with them again.
Right.
I did contact a couple of people. Needed few words, kind words. Not, I left a few things for the doctor as well. Hope he enjoys them.
Oh. What kind of things?
Oh, you know, vandalised photographs.
Oh.
Put some iron brew in his water cooler.
Oh, right. I think they were mentioning something like that down at the hospital.
I'm
They
hoping
found something in the water cooler.
it was iron brew.
Oh,
I know the colour can sometimes be a bit.
right.
Hoping people's funny side.
Oh, yes, yes.
But at the time being, I put a letter of resignation on his desk.
Oh. Sorry, Orion just messaged me.
I mean, whether he's around to actually read it or not, who knows?
Yes, I don't think he is though. People have been rarely seeing him around Dr. Takeoff. It's very curious. He's supposed to be the chief of medicine, but yeah, no one's been seeing him around being chief.
Yeah, it's kind of strange. But it's the same as me, really. I took some time out. Maybe he's actually reflected on it.
Yeah.
I mean, was acting a bit out of order. Party, I thought.
I think it was he's always been acting out of order. I don't know if it was before the possession or after, but he seems to be a little bit entitled.
Flashy cars and giving life away from the hospital when you're supposed to be running it, I suppose.
Yeah. Well, Orion sends his best. Hopes you're doing all right.
That's good. I did mean to need some helicopter training.
All right.
I'm glad that he didn't. Otherwise I would have just flown off, eh?
Oh yes, it is tempting sometimes.
I've got something for you, just in case.
Oh. Oh. What's this for?
I felt really bad that you might not have been able to defend yourselves in personal protection.
Oh, thank you very much. I'm not really certain how to use it. Not a fan of that. But yeah, that probably is a good idea.
I mean, it could be even things like cougars, panthers, and
Oh, for sure.
just in case.
Oh, thank you.
They got you some.
Oh my. Oh, definitely need those. Why are you giving all this to me, Norman? Are you alright?
Yeah. And
Okay.
I guess I might not be around for your wedding. Let's have one of a couple of these.
Oh, very nice. Thank you very much.
I'll never
did you
drink
get
them,
that?
so
Oh,
they'll just go to waste. Otherwise.
that's very kind of you, Norman.
Consider it a wedding gift.
Thank you so much, Norman. I do appreciate you, and I do appreciate you giving me a call. I do like having chats with you, even though we haven't really done a talk like this, but I've liked it, and I hope you are doing okay.
Yeah, I think the week up here has done me a lot of good.
Good. It's always good to get a week
Things
away
in
sometimes.
perspective.
Indeed.
I mean, I don't know if I was really cut out for the paramedic life, to be honest.
Oh, I certainly ain't. It seems like a lot of work. Poor Elliot having a breakdown every day it's constant.
I mean, the first time I arrived, I had to do an autopsy. My first day. I don't remember some of that because I was passed out in the hall,
Oh.
but
Oh my.
it got a bit gory, so I
Oh,
felt a bit faint.
Oh, fair enough.
I think the next day I had to. Next thing I had to do something significant. It's all a blur to be, or the
Yes.
the lives saved and people patched up.
Yes.
Went
It's
to
not
a
the
funeral.
easiest job in the city. Yeah.
I didn't stick around for them setting the house on fire though. I missed that.
Oh, I saw pictures. That was very interesting. It's an interesting funeral. Never seen something like it.
Yeah. Obviously, before I joined the EMS as well, I witnessed the death of that man.
Oh, really?
That was, I suppose, an extra push to becoming a part of the paramedics.
Ah.
I don't know too much about your background either. Do beforehand.
Oh, well, I don't tell people this very much, but before I was in the city, I was married to a greedy old man who, well, not old, we're the same age, but was not nice at all and ended up dying. And I didn't realize what a blessing that was because I decided to come here and I started doing delivery driving, and that wasn't me. That wasn't me at all. And now I'm here.
Found purpose, I guess.
Yes, and I've never been happier. Got a fiance. I've got such good friends. Running into some danger, but who isn't, you know?
Downside, but well, certainly some wonderful characters. Place.
Certainly are.
So, where can I read this newsletter?
It's on the government page. If you didn't read the first one, I'm sure it's still up. It will be under the news section, but I think by this weekend, the next issue should be up, and I'll pop that in the same place as well.
Oh, okay. I'm not really good with computers, so I'll have to get out.
Oh yes, if you can't find it, I could send you the link. It's just
Oh, that
online.
would be lovely.
Yes.
That I'm gonna be spending Christmas with relatives.
Oh
Take
yeah.
some time out off the island. See what my next step is.
Oh, very nice.
I did actually find out I haven't actually got your number.
Oh, that doesn't sound like me.
At least I don't think so.
Well, I escaped that one to you now.
No, never got it. I guess I'd always picked you up out of the service directory.
Oh. Oh. That doesn't sound like me at all to not give a number, but got a lot on my mind sometimes.
Yeah, I'm supposed to be honest that I've always been kind of in a rush when I've seen you. Dashing out to an emergency. We'll send them my regards though, won't you?
Oh, absolutely.
I know the department has changed a lot in the past few. Good team.
Yes, I like to think so. Well, this has been lovely. It's quite beautiful out here. Sun,
Yeah. Well,
ghost ships.
really good at these things.
That's alright.
So I bought myself a going away present.
Oh, yes.
You like it?
It's very nice. How much was that?
Strangely enough, all of the boats were all the same price, so I got a bit of a steal.
Oh, wow.
Well, at least I think I did anyway. Uh.
You are? Are you?
Yeah, I'm not good at goodbyes. But
Alright.
maybe this is a see you later.
Oh, yes, definitely. Hope to see you soon.
Yeah, take care of yourself.
But if not, you take care. Alright. See you long.
Bye.
Bye.
And Norman heads off into the sunset. I'm actually a bit emotional. I suppose it was quite bad that it was misty, so I mean you wouldn't be able to see me go off into the sunset. But right, I don't know whether I can get on this boat. Yeah, sunlight, running out sunlight, running out sunlight. I'd hoped to get on top. Just missed the sunset. Can I possibly? Take a picture. Dot dot dot. Ah, they got a picture. That's awesome. I was hoping they did. It was not the dramatic into the sunset I'd hoped for, but that is awesome. Oh, the fields. It was the first character that I tried to play on this. I'm gonna continue my signing off everything. Sincerely. I'm spelling sincerely wrong all the time. Shan't cry. Right. Obviously I should spawn back here if I ever come back. But the boat will be gone.